Hi guys, here today to talk to you about the Apple press conference that took place this past Tuesday. Wow, how many products were announced. Really exciting times to be an Apple fan at the moment. OS Mavericks is now available, and better still, it's a free update. That is so cool. I think even though Mountain Lion was only something like £15 or £17 when it came out, a free update with this many additional features, fantastic. Microsoft eat your heart out. I mean, on the note of Microsoft, I used to loathe having to pay hundreds of pounds for a new, Windows 7, that was, or Vista, I think, at the time when I used laptops. It's ridiculous money. Who would pay that when you could get an awesome computer like a Mac or an iMac or MacBook or whatever and have a free update? Fantastic. I've heard some people say it's an incremental update and that's why it's free, but aren't there something like over 200 additional features? How does that make this an incremental update? I don't think it's an incremental update. So that's really exciting. We had the announcement of the new MacBook Pros starting from $1,299 for the 13-inch, now with Retina display. Really jealous of people that can afford these machines. Granted, I do have a MacBook Air, but it is on finance because I couldn't afford to buy outright. But I know people like Bavster and Geekanoids already have MacBook Pros with Retina display in their offices now, so that's really exciting. What else do we get? Retina display, 2.4 GHz dual core i5 processor, 4 GB of DDRAM, should I say, Iris graphics, and a 128 GB solid state drive. Oh, it's really cool. I really do wish I had purchased a MacBook Pro as opposed to a MacBook Air. I don't think the MacBook Air has quite got the punch for editing vlogs and stuff on. It gets so hot underneath. So yeah, I'm a bit disappointed that I didn't wait and order something more powerful. Maybe after I finish paying for this I could do so. We also had the new Mac Pro. More about that. I do like the Mac Pro. If I were rich, I would have a Mac Pro. That cylindrical design is just absolutely fantastic. Maybe you're going to get a MacBook Pro, or you know someone who's getting a MacBook Pro. Let me know in the comments below. Favourite part of the announcement was, of course, the new iPad announcement. Now, we are going to be getting a thinner, lighter iPad Air. So they've changed the name. They've got rid of the iPad 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 kind of iteration and are just going for iPad Air. Now, I've heard a few people say that they reckon Apple are going to announce an iPad Pro at some point. Wouldn't be at all surprised if they did do that. Obviously, the next iterations are also going to have Touch ID. Was quite surprised that the Touch ID wasn't implemented on the iPad Air this time round. I think with a new product form, they should have put the Touch ID in the iPad Air. I can understand why it's not been put in the iPad Mini yet, but I thought their flagship device would have it, so I'm a bit disappointed that that hasn't got it. Obviously, they're going to drip feed us that technology and probably get that into the next iteration, iPad Air 2, or whatever they decide to call it. 64-bit A7 chip as expected, same architecture as in the iPhone 5S, so really excited. It's slightly thinner, down from the previous generation. The iPad 4 was 9.4mm of thickness. This new device is 7.5mm. That's really cool. That's the one thing with the iPads that I dislike, is how heavy they are. I've got quite small hands, and holding a full-sized iPad up for any duration of time does start to hurt your wrists, so I'm pleased they've made it lighter. Will I be getting an iPad Air? Probably not this year. I haven't really got the money to spend on an iPad Air at the moment, and I do still like my iPad 3, or new iPad as it was called at the time. It's absolutely fantastic. There's no lag to the device, the Retina display pops, no problems whatsoever. So I'm probably going to hold off probably until the halfway point of next year, and I may wait for the iPad Air 2 and then swap out my current device for that. So I'm going to wait for that, and plus the fact I want Touch ID. I think if you're going to spend 400 and, well, let's say you're going for the 32GB model, which I think retails for £479 in the UK, you want Touch ID, don't you, really? I'm not going to budge until I get Touch ID. So that's on my list, but at the moment I won't be upgrading. The one thing I was really looking forward to seeing this time round is the 2nd gen iPad Mini, which now comes with Retina display. Fantastic. and the A7 chip. Essentially, what they have done is they've shrunk the iPad Air and given us exactly the same in the iPad Mini. Fantastic. The one downside, which I am quite annoyed about, is the price hike. I think, if I remember correctly, the original 16GB iPad Mini without Retina display was around the £269 mark. It's now gone up to £319. I understand that they've put the new architecture in, so you've got the faster chip, you've got 64GB processing, you've got 64-bit processing, should I say, and that amazing screen. But really, did it really need a price hike of that much just for a base model? Because when you think about it, you could just pay out slightly more, and you could get the iPad Air. Say you were going to get a 32GB iPad Mini 2 with Retina display, which is what I'm considering going for. That's £400. I could pay £79 more and get an iPad Air. I probably won't do that, but even so, that did irritate me a little bit. We've also got OS X Mavericks, which is what I've already talked about. Smart covers. So the iPad Mini smart covers are £35. Now, while I love the smart covers, £35 is a lot of money. Granted, I did pay a similar amount. I think I did pay £35 actually for the product red iPhone 5 and 5S case. So I probably will pay out and get the iPad Mini smart cover. It comes in black, pink, I don't know, is that cream? Cream, blue, green, and of course the product red. I already have a product red smart cover on my iPad, so I may go for a different colour this time. Which one, I'm not sure. You can also go for the iPad Air smart case, which is £65. Now those are leather, I believe, so that's why they charge you a bit more for those. Oh no, I'm sorry, the first one I mentioned was the iPad Mini smart cover, so that's just on the front. That's £35. The iPad Mini smart case is £55. I will not be paying £55 for a smart case. I have found plenty of fantastic cases just on Amazon, you know, for the iPad Mini, because I'm planning ahead. So I'll probably pick up something from there from the £12 to £13 range. Yes, I know they're not likely to last as long, but £55 for a case? Am I the only one who thinks that's slightly excessive? Maybe you're going to pay that money. Let me know. Will you be ordering an iPad Air on launch day? That's my burning question. Also, what do you think availability is going to be like? So we know the iPad Air is coming on the 1st of November. The iPad Mini 2 with Retina display, cryptically, is coming later in November. What does that mean? Are they experiencing supply issues? Is it a marketing ploy by Apple to get us to queue outside the store so we can be part of their inspirational, look how many people are queuing outside our stores for our products video? You know, it's almost like they're trying to, I mean, I know they're trying to do this. This is part of the appeal, I guess, or part of their ploy, is to create the illusion of demand by not offering pre-orders for certain products that they believe are going to be very popular, i.e. the 5S, and forcing people to queue outside the stores on launch day if they want to buy them SIM-free. I don't know how I feel about that, really. I do like the opportunity to pre-order online. I very rarely buy... I never bought a mobile phone outright, an iPhone outright. I have to get them on contracts. I just can't afford £500 up front for a handset, if not more than that. The iPads I've always bought outright. I've never ever had an iPad or anything like that on finance. The only thing I do have on finance, or did have, was my iMac and my MacBook Air at the moment. So yeah, that's the press conference. I was really, really excited by it. Unfortunately, I was at work and travelling home from work during the press conference, but I did live stream it to my iPhone 5S. Thank you 3UK for unlimited data. Fantastic. So I got to watch most of it, standing on the freezing cold platform waiting for the train home, but it did help. So yeah, what did you make of the press conference? Were you excited by what Apple announced? Were you underwhelmed by what Apple announced? Will you be purchasing anything? Also, do you think I'm going to be able to get my hands on an iPad Mini with Retina display this side of Christmas? That's the question for this video. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed my brief run through of the Apple keynote for October 2013. If you did like the video, please do hit that like button, subscribe to the channel and share my videos. Simple as that. See you all in the next one. Bye for now.